The galaxy trembled as the great void empire prepared for war. For 300 years, the alien coalition had swept across star systems, crushing every species that dared to resist. Their massive armada of 10,000 warships gathered at the edge of human space, blocking out the stars with their dark hulls. Admiral Rex stood on the bridge of the human dreadnought Thunder's Edge, watching the enemy fleet through the main screen. The ship was humanity's newest and most powerful vessel, but it was alone. The rest of the human fleet was scattered across the galaxy, protecting colonies and trade routes. There was no time to call for backup. "Sir, we're picking up their transmission," reported Lieutenant Bell from the communications station. The holographic image of General Crix, the Void Empire's supreme commander, appeared before them. His gray skin was marked with battle scars, and his 4 red eyes burned with hatred. "Humans," he growled, "your species has been marked for destruction. Surrender now, and we will make your deaths quick." Rex stepped forward, his jaw set firm. "This is Admiral Rex of the Earth Defense Force. You are not welcome in human space. Turn back now, or face the consequences." Crix laughed, a sound like grinding metal. "One ship against 10,000? You humans are even more foolish than we. Thought, we have conquered 100 worlds. We have destroyed entire civilizations. What makes you think you can stop us?" "Because we're human," Rex replied simply. "And we don't give up." The alien general's eyes narrowed. "So be it. Prepare to die with honor if you can." As the transmission ended, Rex turned to his crew. The bridge was filled with young faces, men and women who had never seen a battle of this size. But their eyes held no fear, only determination. "All hands, this is the Admiral," Rex announced over the ship's intercom. "We face impossible odds today. 10,000 enemy ships stand before us, each one capable of destroying a planet. But we are not here to run. We are here to show them what humanity is made of." The crew moved with practiced efficiency, preparing weapon systems and defensive shields. The Thunder's Edge was equipped with the latest human technology: plasma cannons that could punch through any armor, quantum torpedoes that bent space itself, and shields powered by miniature black holes. "Enemy fleet is moving into attack formation," reported Commander Stone from the tactical station. "They're surrounding us on all sides?" Rex nodded. "Let them come. Charge all weapons to maximum power. Route all energy from non-essential systems to the shields and engines." Through the viewports, the crew could see the alien armada spreading out like a dark cloud. Each enemy ship was twice the size of the Thunder's Edge, armed with weapons that had burned countless worlds. The Void Empire had never lost a battle. "Sir," whispered Lieutenant Bell, "there are so many of them." "Numbers don't win wars," Rex said, his voice carrying across the bridge. "Will does. Courage does. The refusal to surrender when everything seems lost, that's what makes us human." The first enemy missiles began to streak toward them, trails of fire against the black of space. The Thunder's Edge moved with surprising grace for such a massive ship, dodging and weaving through the attack. Its point defense systems opened fire, shooting down hundreds of incoming projectiles. "Return fire," Rex commanded. "All weapons. Full spread." The human warship's cannons roared to life, sending streams of superheated plasma into the enemy ranks. Where the shots hit, alien ships exploded in brilliant flashes of light. But for every ship destroyed, 10 more took its place. "Shields at 60%, reported the engineering officer. "They're hitting us from every angle." Rex gripped the command chair as the ship shook under enemy fire. Around him, his crew worked frantically at their stations, their faces lit by the glow of weapon discharges and exploding ships. "Sir," called out the navigation officer, "we're detecting something strange about their formation. They're not attacking with full force. It's like they're testing us." Rex studied the tactical display. The young officer was right. The alien fleet was holding back, sending only small groups to attack while the main force waited. They're playing with us, he realized. They want to see what we can do before they crush us. Then let's not disappoint them, Rex said with a grim smile. Prepare the Nova cannon. It's time to show these aliens what human ingenuity can accomplish. As the Thunder's Edge continued its deadly dance through space, dodging enemy fire and striking back with devastating effect, the crew began to understand that this was more than just a battle. This was humanity's moment to prove that no force in the galaxy could break the human spirit. The real fight was about to begin. The Nova cannon hummed to life, its power core drawing energy from the ship's main reactor. This weapon had never been tested in real combat, but human engineers had designed it with one purpose: to destroy multiple targets with a single shot. Cannon charged to 50%, announced the weapons officer. 60.70. Enemy ships pressed their attack, sending wave after wave of missiles and energy beams toward the Thunder's Edge. The human warship's shields flickered and sparked as they absorbed the punishment, but they held firm. Shields at 30%, warned the engineering officer. We can't take much more of this. Rex watched the enemy formation on the tactical display. The alien ships were closing in, thinking they had the human vessel trapped. They had no idea what was coming. Cannon at full charge, the weapons officer reported. Target the center of their formation, Rex ordered. Fire when ready. The Nova cannon unleashed its fury. A beam of pure energy, brighter than a star, lanced out from the Thunder's Edge. It struck the lead enemy ship and kept going, passing through its hull like it was made of paper. The beam continued on, cutting through ship after ship in a perfect line. 50 alien vessels disappeared in the span of 3 seconds, their hulls melting away like ice in a furnace. The remaining enemy ships scattered in panic, their perfect formation broken. Direct hit, shouted the weapons officer. 50 confirmed kills, but General Crix was not finished. His voice echoed across all frequencies. Impressive, humans. But you have only delayed the inevitable. All ships, attack pattern Omega. Show them no mercy. The entire alien armada moved forward as one, abandoning all caution. Thousands of ships opened fire simultaneously, turning space into a storm of death and destruction. All power to shields, Rex commanded. Evasive maneuvers. Captain Maya, the ship's pilot, pushed the Thunder's Edge to its limits. The massive warship twisted and turned through space, moving like a dancer despite its size. Human engineering had created something the aliens had never seen. A ship that combined devastating firepower with incredible agility. Plasma torpedoes. Incoming, warned the tactical officer. Impact in 10 seconds. Deploy chaff, Rex ordered. Fire countermissiles. The ship's defensive systems activated, filling space with metallic particles and small missiles designed to intercept incoming attacks. Most of the alien torpedoes were destroyed or knocked off course, but 3 got through. The Thunder's Edge shuddered as the explosions rocked its hull. Sparks flew from damaged consoles, and the lights flickered. Hull breach on Deck 7, reported. The damage control officer, emergency teams responding. Rex turned to his communications officer. Open a channel to the alien fleet. Channel open, sir. This is Admiral Rex, he announced. You came here expecting an easy victory. You thought humans would cower before your superior numbers. But we are not like the other species you have conquered. We fight for our homes, our families, our future. And we will never surrender. The human warship's engines roared to life, propelling it directly toward the center of the alien formation. The enemy ships opened fire, but the Thunder's Edge was moving too fast, changing direction too quickly for them to get a clear shot. Prepare quantum torpedoes, Rex ordered. Full spread, maximum yield. The quantum torpedoes were humanity's most advanced weapon. Each one contained a miniature black hole that would expand on impact, tearing apart whatever it touched at the molecular level. Torpedoes away. 12 quantum torpedoes streaked toward the alien fleet. The enemy ships tried to shoot them down, but the torpedoes were too small and too fast. They struck their targets and detonated, creating tears in space. Itself, entire sections of the alien fleet simply vanished, pulled into the micro-black holes before they could even scream. The remaining ships tried to retreat, but the Thunder's Edge was already among them, its plasma cannons firing in all directions. "Enemy fleet is breaking formation," reported the tactical officer. "They're trying to escape." "Let them run," Rex said, but not all of them. The human warship pursued the fleeing aliens, picking them off one by one. Each shot was perfectly aimed, each kill clean and efficient. The crew worked with machine-like precision, their movements coordinated by years of training and an unshakable belief in their mission. "Sir," called out the communications officer, "we're receiving a transmission from the alien commander." General Crix's image appeared on the screen again, but this time his confident expression was replaced by fear and confusion. "What are you?" he demanded. "No single ship should be able to do this." "It's impossible," Rex smiled coldly. "We're human. And impossible is just another word for Tuesday to us." The alien fleet regrouped at the edge of the asteroid field, their formation now ragged and broken. What had started as 10,000 ships was now down to 8,000, and fear was spreading through their ranks like a virus. General Crix stood in his command center, his 4 eyes fixed on the tactical display. The single human ship continued its relentless advance, weaving between asteroids and picking off stragglers with deadly precision. "Commander Vex," Crix growled to his second-in-command, "explain to me how one ship has destroyed 2,000 of our vessels." Vex, a tall alien with blue skin and silver markings, consulted his datapad. "Sir, their technology is unlike anything we've encountered. Their weapons seem to bend the laws of physics, and their pilot fights like no rational being should." On the Thunder's Edge, Captain Maya pushed the ship through a narrow gap between 2 massive asteroids, enemy fire barely missing the hull. She had been flying for 12 hours straight, but her hands were steady and her mind sharp. "Enemy squadron coming in from the port side," announced Commander Stone. 6 heavy cruisers, closing fast. Rex studied the tactical display. The aliens were trying to trap them in the asteroid field, using the rocks as cover while they closed in from multiple directions. It was a smart strategy, but they had underestimated human adaptability. "Maya, take us deeper into the field," Rex ordered. "Use the asteroids as weapons." The pilot's eyes lit up with understanding. She angled the ship toward a massive asteroid, then fired the engines at full power. The Thunder's Edge struck the rock with its reinforced prow, sending it tumbling toward the approaching alien ships. The enemy vessels tried to dodge, but the asteroid was too large and moving too fast. It smashed into 3 of them, crushing their hulls like tin cans. The remaining ships scattered, their formation broken. "Brilliant," whispered Lieutenant Bell from her station, using their own trap against them. But the aliens were learning, too. General Crix had ordered his ships to stop underestimating the humans and attack with everything they had. The remaining fleet spread out in a wide circle, surrounding the asteroid field completely. "Sir," reported the sensor officer, "they're charging some kind of super weapon. Energy readings are off the charts." Rex frowned. "Show me." The main screen displayed the alien flagship, a massive vessel 3 times the size of the Thunder's Edge. Its hull was covered in weapon ports, and a strange purple glow was building around its main gun. It's a planet killer, Rex realized. They're going to destroy the entire asteroid field with us in it. The crew looked at their admiral, waiting for orders. The asteroid field would provide no protection against a weapon that could crack planets. They were trapped. "Sir," said the engineering officer, "I have an idea. It's crazy, but it might work. I'm listening. We could overload our shields and create a feedback pulse. If we time it right, we could turn their own weapon against them." Rex considered this. It was incredibly dangerous. If they miscalculated, the Thunder's Edge would be destroyed instantly. But if they did nothing, they would die anyway. "Do it," he decided. "All hands, prepare for shield overload." The alien superweapon finished charging. A beam of purple energy, wide enough to engulf a small moon, lanced out toward the asteroid field. Everything it touched simply ceased to exist, matter breaking down into its component atoms. "Now!" Rex shouted. The Thunder's Edge released all its shield energy at once, creating a massive pulse that met the alien weapon head-on. The two forces collided in an explosion of light and energy that could be seen from several star systems away. When the light faded, the alien flagship was gone, torn apart by its own weapon. The Thunder's Edge drifted in space, its hull scarred but intact. "Damage report," Rex called out. "Shields are down," reported the engineering officer. "Main engines are offline. But we're alive." The remaining alien fleet hesitated. They had just watched their most powerful weapon destroy their own flagship. The single human ship that should have been vaporized was still fighting. "This is impossible," General Crix transmitted from his new command ship. "What kind of species are you?" Rex activated the external speakers. "We are the species that looked at the stars and decided to reach them. We are the species that sees the impossible and calls it a challenge. We are human, and we do not know how to quit." The alien fleet began to move again, but this time their approach was cautious, uncertain. They had started this battle confident in their superior numbers and technology. Now they were fighting something they had never encountered before, the unbreakable human spirit. Emergency. Lights bathed the bridge at the Thunder's Edge in red as the crew worked frantically to restore power. The ship drifted silently through space, its engines cold and dark. But its weapons were still online, and its crew was far from beaten. "Engine repair teams report they need at least 2 hours," announced the engineering officer. "We're running on backup power only." Rex nodded grimly. 2 hours was time they didn't have. The alien fleet was regrouping, and soon they would realize that the human ship was vulnerable. "Sir," called out the communications officer, "we're receiving a transmission from Earth Command." The holographic image of Admiral Johnson, Rex's old mentor, appeared on the bridge. His weathered face was creased with worry. "Rex, we've been monitoring your battle. The entire fleet is on its way, but we're still 6 hours out. Can you hold?" Rex looked around his bridge. Half the consoles were damaged, several crew members were injured, and their ship was barely functional. But the determination in his people's eyes had not dimmed. "We'll hold, sir, no matter what it takes." "I know you will. Earth believes in you, Rex. Humanity believes in you." The transmission ended, leaving the bridge in tense silence. 6 hours. They had to survive 6 more hours, against impossible odds. "Contact from the alien fleet," reported Lieutenant Bell. General Crix appeared on screen, his scarred face twisted with rage. "Human Admiral, you have fought well, but this ends now. We are prepared to offer you terms." "I'm listening," Rex replied. "Surrender. Your ship and your crew will be spared. You have proven that humans are worthy opponents. We would rather have you as slaves than destroy you entirely." The bridge crew tensed, waiting for their admiral's response. Rex was quiet for a long moment, then smiled. General, I appreciate the offer, but I have a counterproposal. Crix's eyes narrowed. Speak. You leave human space immediately, and we won't destroy the rest of your fleet. The alien general laughed, a harsh sound like breaking glass. You have one damaged ship, and we have 7,000. What makes you think you can destroy us? Because we're human, Rex said simply, and we always have a plan. The transmission cut out, and Crix turned to his officers. Prepare for final assault. Destroy that ship completely. But Rex did have a plan. While the aliens had been talking, his crew had been working. The Thunder's Edge might be damaged, but it was still the most advanced warship humanity had ever built. Status report. Rex ordered. All quantum torpedoes have been modified, reported the weapons officer. They're now networked together. When one detonates, it will trigger a chain reaction through the entire spread. Excellent. And the Nova cannon? Charging, but slowly. We'll have one shot at maximum power. The alien fleet moved forward in perfect formation, 7,000 ships advancing like a steel wall. Their weapons were charged, their shields were up, and their confidence was returning. They're coming, announced Commander Stone. All of them. Rex stood in the center of the bridge, his hands clasped behind his back. Let them come. Helm, plot a course directly through their formation. Full impulse when the engines come online. Sir? Maya protested. That's suicide. We'll be surrounded. Trust me, Rex said quietly. Sometimes the only way out is through. The Thunder's Edge suddenly roared to life, its engines burning bright against the darkness of space. The ship shot forward like a bullet, heading straight for the center of the alien formation. The enemy ships opened fire, filling space with energy beams and missiles. But the human ship was moving too fast, too unpredictably. It wove between the attacks, its armor-absorbing hits that should have destroyed it. Now, Rex shouted. The Thunder's Edge fired every weapon it had. Quantum torpedoes streaked out in all directions, each one programmed to seek the largest enemy ship. The Nova cannon discharged at point-blank range, its beam cutting through multiple targets. The chain reaction began immediately. The first torpedo struck an alien battleship and detonated, creating a tear in space. The energy from that explosion triggered the next torpedo, then the next. Within seconds, the entire alien formation was caught in a web of quantum detonations. Ships vanished into micro-black holes. Others were torn apart by gravity waves. The carefully ordered fleet became a chaos of destruction and panic. Direct hit on their command ship, reported the tactical officer. General Crix's vessel was breaking apart, its hull cracked and burning. The alien commander appeared on screen one last time, his face filled with disbelief. This is impossible, he whispered. One ship. One ship cannot defeat an entire armada. Watch us, Rex replied. Asterisk. The alien armada was in full retreat. Of the original 10,000 ships, fewer than 3,000 remained, and they were fleeing toward the edge of the galaxy as fast as their engines could carry them. General, Crix's command ship limped through space, its hull breached in a dozen places. The proud alien commander sat in his damaged bridge, staring at the tactical display in disbelief. Commander, one of his officers reported, the human ship is not pursuing. It's holding position. Crix looked at the screen, showing the Thunder's Edge. The human warship was scarred and battered, but it remained defiant, its weapons still tracking the fleeing alien vessels. Open a channel, Crix ordered. Admiral Rex appeared on the alien ships. Main viewer, his uniform torn and his face streaked with sweat, but his eyes still burned with determination. This is not over, human, Crix growled. The Void Empire spans 1,000 worlds. We will return with a fleet 10 times larger. Rex shook his head slowly. No, you won't. Because now you know what we're capable of. You came here expecting to crush another weak species. Instead, you found something that fights back, something that refuses to break. One ship, Crick said, his voice filled with wonder and fear. One single ship destroyed 7,000 of our vessels. How is this possible? Because we're not just fighting for territory or resources, Rex explained. We're fighting for our families, our homes, our future. Every human on this ship would rather die than let you harm the people we love. That's something your empire could never understand. The alien general was quiet for a long moment. Then he spoke, his voice heavy with defeat. What are your terms? Simple, Rex replied. The Void Empire will never again enter human space. You will spread the word to every species in the galaxy. Humanity is not to be trifled with. And if you ever change your mind about keeping this agreement, ... double quotes. Rex paused, letting the threat hang in the air. We understand, Crick said quietly. The Void Empire will not trouble humans again. The transmission ended, and the alien fleet jumped hyperspace, leaving the battlefield empty except for the Thunder's Edge and the debris of their shattered Armada. On the bridge of the human Warship, the crew sat in stunned silence. They had done the impossible. They had faced overwhelming odds and emerged victorious. Sir, Lieutenant Bell said softly, we're receiving a transmission from Earth Command. The entire human fleet is requesting permission to congratulate us. Rex smiled for the first time in hours. Put them through. The bridge filled with holographic images of every human ship captain in the fleet. Admiral Johnson stood at the center, his face beaming with pride. Admiral Rex, Johnson announced, on behalf of the entire human race, thank you. You and your crew have done something that will be remembered for 1,000 years. You have shown the galaxy that humanity will not be bullied or conquered. The crew of the Thunder's Edge stood at attention, their faces glowing with pride and exhaustion. They had started the day as just another ship's crew. Now they were legends. Sir, reported the communications officer, we're getting messages from human colonies across the galaxy. They're all saying the same thing. Thank you for protecting us. Rex looked around his bridge, at the faces of the men and women who had stood with him against impossible odds. They were tired, wounded, but unbroken. They had proven that the human spirit was stronger than any weapon. Helm, Rex ordered, set course for Earth. It's time to go home. As the Thunder's Edge turned toward Earth, its engines burning bright against the star-filled darkness, the crew knew they had changed history. The galaxy would never again underestimate humanity. The Void Empire would spread the story of this battle to every corner of space. How a single human warship had crushed an entire Armada dot, and in the years to come, when other alien species looked toward human space with thoughts of conquest, they would remember the legend of the Thunder's Edge. They would remember Admiral Rex and his crew, who had proven that humans were not just another species to be conquered. They were something far more dangerous, a species that refused to give up. No matter what the odds, the age of human expansion had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same dot in the depths of space. Where the great battle had been fought, a small memorial beacon was left behind. It broadcast a simple message in every known language. Here, humanity made its stand. Here, we proved that courage and determination can overcome any enemy. Here, we showed the galaxy what it means to be human. The beacon would broadcast for 1,000 years, a reminder to all who heard it that some things are worth fighting for, no matter the cost.